While President Joe Biden is sending tens of billions of dollars to fight the war in Ukraine, the Americans who really need that money and the government's help, the survivors of the fires on Maui in Hawaii, some of these people are dealing with the unbearable trauma of having lost kids or loved ones in an inferno. They're getting almost nothing. Biden is due to land in Maui today to console the survivors. But for all we know, his minders managed to shuffle him onto Air Force One by telling him he's going to Hawaii to sit on a beach and eat chocolate chip ice cream. The Hawaiian state government passed a law in 2015 saying that all electricity in the state needs to be generated by renewable energy in 2045, by 2045. Naturally, for the past 8 years, this has put a lot of pressure on Hawaiian Electric to shift its focus away from what it would normally do, which is attend to the maintenance of its existing wire system.
The energy companies there had plenty of notice as to this hurricane, these gale force winds that were there, and they made the decision to not de-energize the power lines. They kept the power lines freely flowing, basically up until the moment of absolute peril. Some of those energy companies are being sued in a private litigation capacity as well right now, but certainly you can't discount the woke stuff. I mean, what you just mentioned there's also this video that's gone viral. How water is kind of like a quasi-deity, is kind of a quasi-godlike figure in ancient Hawaiian mythology, and therefore the teaching is to conserve water, it's not to use it. And now, Fred, as we tragically know, the authorities there, to even holding aside what I just mentioned about kind of the follies of the energy company, the power lines, we also know that authorities did not deploy water anywhere near on time enough. So we obviously have to wonder whether or not this attitude had anything to do with it. I think it strikes many of us that it probably had at least something to do with it. So there's a lot of questions here. It's also just it's just a horrible tragedy. Just in general, it's a grave humanitarian disaster. Over 100 people dying in a fire.
That sort of reverence for, local indigenous knowledge about water or whatever it is, these are just all signs of the way we are abandoning the sophistication and science that we have built up over all these years to make our world a safe place.